Hello, beautiful ones. This is Karen Ray. Welcome to Pathway Creations. Good day, beautiful ones. Karen Ray here. Today I want to share with you one of the most profound healing experiences I've had concerning grief and loss. I recently was in a place of deep, deep loss. What I discovered, and this was very guided from the council, which are my guides that I connect to. And they instructed me in this very profound way of how to transcend or release grief and loss. So I want to share this with you today. I'm going to share sort of the mechanics of it. I'm also going to provide in another video and audio a guided meditation. So what I was shown, the energy that we're feeling, because we know everything is energy, the energy that we're feeling when we're experiencing this grief and loss is very powerful, very intense, and you know how that feels. I had been a couple weeks into this period of time where I was feeling this deep sense of loss and grief, and it was overwhelming at times. It would just wash over me so deeply, very overwhelming, as I was trying to process and get on with my life, so to speak. And then one morning, this heaviness just sat in my heart, and it was so deep and so difficult. And then my guides started speaking to me about this, and they instructed me to set aside everything that I thought that this feeling meant to me. And I listened, and I did just that. I set aside everything that I thought that this feeling meant to me. And they guided me into this in such a powerful way that when I was able to set aside the feelings of this loss, this heaviness, and just feel the feeling of it, in just those few short moments of allowing myself to do that with the intention of doing it, I was able to, we could say, transcend. But what I witnessed happening, I start to feel lighter and lighter. And the meaning of it just sort of faded and dissolved. I guess you could say I removed the attachment to the feeling, the intensity and the power of those feelings that once was heaviness and dark, so sad and hard, turned lighter and lighter, and you could say became bliss. And I discovered something else so amazing about this, is that not only did the heaviness lift and I felt lighter, happier, joyful, blissful, but I felt a change within myself. I felt me connecting to that higher part of myself. Nothing more than a miracle, transcending, a part of enlightenment, letting more light in. This was something so phenomenal to me. It took me a few days to figure out what had happened. I felt so much better, and the meanings that I once was experiencing as grief and loss were still lingering in my thoughts, but they weren't attached anymore. I couldn't feel them that way anymore, and I felt different and changed. So I'm going to be making a guided meditation to walk you through the process, and I will share a link with you to that guided meditation. But with this information, you can walk yourself through this process and find it to be true, that you will be changed. Your heaviness will become lighter. The whole perception will change. It is definitely a transformational experience, and I wanted to share that with you, and I will be sharing the link to the guided meditation with you also. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.